Hello, fellow comic book lovers, collectors, and aficionados. Vin Crew here with his most current bitch, his back issue comic haul. This is going to be a little IG, eBay, half price books, and I actually went to a con, a convention. There hasn't been many of them, but I was able to hit one this weekend. So the first books here I bought off of IG. Instagram Tony Why Not Art. I know him more from YouTube, but he doesn't really do YouTube anymore. But he was selling some books, and I picked these up from him. Infinite Crisis #3, first Jaime Reyes is, and this is the Jim Lee cover. Alpha Flight #33, first Lady Deathstrike, I believe. Uncanny X-Men 282, second print, first Bishop. Transformers Generation 2 #1, Spidey Super Stories #25, first, is it the first African American Spider-Man, I think, and the Punisher Warzone. The toys are the Toy Biz reprints. So thank you so much, Tony. I appreciate that. Next group of books here are from Half Price Books. Just another book to add to the bombshell set that I'm working on. Earth 2 #24, and Justice League. The heck number is this? Oops. Justice League 37, Darwin Cook. This is similar to that Punisher, a Toy Biz insert. Batman Batman Chemco, part 1 of 2, and I believe I already own part 2 of this, so that should be nice. I'm always a sucker for Joker covers, so Doomsday Clock, I don't even know what number this is, but just a great Joker cover. Book #5. This was probably the find of the day for me at the Half Price Books. This is Superman #50, second print, newsstand. It's supposed to be super hard to find and rather pricey. It sells for about $100, so, and it's not in the best shape, but still happy to find it and add it to the collection. These next ones here are all doubles. This is the Action Comics 466. I call it the child abuse cover, where Lex Luthor's beating up on baby Superman. Avengers 244, no, 264. The first appearance of this Yellow Jacket. All right, these next group of books here, these are from mostly from eBay. I picked up Windsor set #1, 2, and the reason I picked it up was for this book right here. This #3 has a Adam Hughes poster in it, so make sure when you do buy it that it does have the Adam Hughes poster in it. To be honest, he really mailed that poster in. It just it's not his best work by any means. Preacher #6, I believe this is. Now this finishes my Preacher Volume 1. I think there's only Volume 1, but happy to finally have that completed. Friday the 13th, Abuser and Abused. I believe this is the lowest printed Friday the 13th book. I could be wrong on that, but it's extremely low. It's like 12,000 copies of this or something like that. So, Forever Evil #1, The Lenticular. This is signed by Jeff Johns. I needed this. Like I said, I'm kind of trying to work on these new 52 sets, and I do have all the lenticulars, except I was missing this one. This was a 1 per store variant, and when it first came out, my God, this book was pricey. Back in 2013, I think these came out. Stupidly pricey. This is easily a $200 book. Now, not even close to that. I think I paid $15 for this, so pretty happy about that, but yeah. Now I have that set. This is a book I've been looking for the longest time. And it's not this particular book, but I ended up buying the set. I believe it's an entire set. I got to double check that. I might be missing one, but issues 1 through 14 of Alien Encounters. And the reason I wanted this, here's issue 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, is for this book right here, number 6. Now, if anybody doesn't know what this book is, back in the 80s and the 90s, there was a guy, John Carpenter, who put out just movie after movie that was awesome. Carrie, Big Trouble in Little China, on and on and on. And one of the movies I really, really liked was this. They called it They Live. I hope I can do this justice here. 1 second here. I'm going to pause. Okay. That's a little snippet from a movie.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
And so that was the. I loved Roddy Piper growing up as a wrestling fan, and this movie was great. I mean, it's campy now and bad special effects, but in the 80s it was great. There was an incredible fight scene in that. To have them put on the glasses, but I'm not going to spoil the movie either. Anyway, but this is Alien Encounters number 6. This is where John Carpenter got the idea to make the movie from, is this book right here. And the set is rather pricey. It can go for about $110 for the set. If you're lucky, you can get this book, because a lot of people don't realize what it is, but if people realize what it is, it can go for $30-$40. And if you don't and you get lucky, you'll get it for a couple bucks or under 10. So very happy to add this to the collection. So all right, and then there's all these other ones. Like I said, I got 1 through 14. I'm not gonna bore you with all of them, but all right. And speaking of movies that really shaped me when I was a kid, growing up in the 70s, there was one. I remember going to midnight movies at the movie theater where they would show special movies at midnight, usually like Pink Floyd or Night of the Living Dead. But this, or Rocky Horror Picture Show. But this one here was one that they would show quite often too. The Warriors. I loved the Warriors. Warriors, come out and play. And I loved, was it the Baseball Furies, I think they called it, that dressed up as the New York Yankees. And oh man, that was if you haven't seen the Warriors, you gotta watch it. So I've been trying to find this set. I've always wanted to find this set, but I never ever can come across it. So I finally picked it up on eBay. This is not the PX one. This is the real one. So the PX one can still go for a little bit of money, but nowhere near what this one goes for. So super happy. Still looking. I really want that. I keep calling them the Baseball Furies. I don't think that's what they're called, but he's on the cover. I want that one. I think it's number 3. This book here, I have to give a shout out to Moa, and he showed this on his IG account. I fell in love with it. This is a well. Let me see if I can find the book. Hold on a second. I'm going to pause again. Like I said, Moa was the one who showed me this book, so shout out to him. And this is an homage, obviously, to Superman 276. Now, this book here, the Supreme one, I've seen this book sell for almost $80 raw a couple of times on eBay. I haven't checked the prices recently, but it's not a cheap book by any means. Very, very sought after. So if you ever find this book, it's maybe one you definitely want to pick up, even if you just want to flip it. So yeah, I paid $30 for this. I was happy to pay $30 for it. So Thank you too. Appreciate that. Just love that cover. Picked up some more Bat books. Detective. What is this? 305. And then Batman 110. I can't stress it enough. Bat books are just so pricey right now. It's just crazy. Any 10 cent, and that's just basically where I'm at right now, is pretty much any 10-cent Batman book. This book here I was really happy to finally be able to find. X-Men 25, the gold variant. There is a black and white variant too that I'd like to pick up, but I'm happy with the gold for now. I'm not sure what the ratio was on that. Maybe somebody else can help me with that, but yeah. Here's another book that's been on my radar forever and a day. Adventures of the Fly #4. This is the first pro work of Neil Adams, and I'm a big Neil Adams fan, so I'm very, very happy to add that to the collection. And then, this was a book that recently came to my attention through MeWe, I think. It's Tales of the Zombie #2, and this is the second appearance of Brother Voodoo, and there is some question on that because apparently the release date on this predates the cover date on Strange Adventures, no, Strange Tales. His first appearance, 160, I can't even remember. Sorry. And so there is a little bit of controversy there, but regardless, just if Brother Voodoo does come to the big screen, just to have his second appearance as well. I do have his first appearance somewhere too. But happy to pick that up. And now that ends that little stack of books. The next and last stack is all books that I picked up at a con. And like I said, I'll do this kind of in reverse order. These are books that I picked up that I'm keeping in the collection. And this is just a fraction of what I picked up. I mean, I picked up well over 100 books, but these are what I'm going to keep in the collection, and then the next stack will be doubles, and then we're going to end it at that. Here's Ghost Rider #1. I'll pick up any Ghost Rider #1. Who knows? I mean, there's always something going on with these Ghost Riders #1. I just like this Batman Strikes 24 Catwoman cover. This was interesting to me. This collects issues of Amazing Spider-Man 30 through 32. So it's got the first appearance of Ezekiel in here, but it's a collected edition. So I grabbed that. I thought it was pretty cool. Mighty Avengers 26, I believe that is. It's the 70th anniversary variant. I do collect those. This is number 28, actually. Picked up a couple of the Wolverine Art Appreciation covers. This is Ghost Rider 34 and Secret Warriors #3. Set I'm kind of working on trying to complete. Marvel Comics Presents #2. I'll pick up these all the time. Hellcat, I thought that was a pretty cool cover. So I think that's Squirrel Girl. Or one of them's got to be Squirrel Girl. I think. I think. This was interesting to me. I'm a Clayton Crane fan. So this is Shadow Man Unleashed #16. This is his first cover or first pro work. So happy to pick that up. This book goes anywhere from like $5 on eBay all the way up to $50 sold wise. And people ask like $200 for this book. So raw. Be patient, you can find it, but yeah, that's a pretty cool cover. Saga #1, it's the second print. I already own a first print. At this show there wasn't a ton to really choose from. I mean, it was still a relatively small show, and I knew every one of the vendors pretty much, so it was nice to see everybody and talk and finally get together. But the pickings, I mean, I don't know. But anyways, happy to have a Saga #1 second print. I mean, now the reason I'm behind Saga like most people. I remember when I first started making videos, and back in 2013, the hot books were Iron Man 55, first Thanos. That book was scorching hot. Saga was hot, and The Walking Dead was very, very hot, and Guardians of the Galaxy. I remember people making just complete videos on nothing but Walking Dead books. They were just the most common books. Nothing happens, and people making complete videos on Guardians of the Galaxy. This is before the first movie came out, and so there's a lot of speculation. But Saga and The Walking Dead have seemed to maintain their value. And unlike the countless other ones, from Clone to Seven to Eternity to, I don't know, on and on and on and on and on and on. And I know that Something is Killing the Children is hot right now. I'm just, if I find them, I find them, but I'm not gonna pay a arm and a leg for it. So, but yeah, very happy to have a Saga #1 second print. Then I was able to pick up the complete set of the 1 in 25 Joker, 3 Jokers. This is #1, #2, and #3. And I paid $50 for the full set, so I thought it was pretty cool. Thought that was a really fair price. I'm an homage collector, somewhat like Poor Man's Comics. Not quite as bad as him, but I do enjoy my homages. And I saw this there. It's Wolverine #1, the C2E2 variant. Obviously, it homages Hulk 340. And I was looking this up. This can sell for $40 fairly well. I paid, what did I pay? It was 25 minus 20, so $20. So I didn't think that was too bad for this, and I love this cover. It's really sick. And then the last book, or the second to last book, as I mentioned with Saga, the Walking Dead. I've always been a fan of The Walking Dead, the TV show. I've watched it since day one back in 2012. I think it was on Halloween or 2013. And then all the offshoots I'm watching. I know it's not as good as it used to be, but it's still a fun watch. But the thing I've always struggled with the series, the comic book series, is that once the character is dead, it's not like comics where you can bring them back. They're zombies. That's the whole point of the thing. And now that's even a moot point because the series is over. But there was always 2 characters I firmly believed in, and that was Rick and Michonne. And I always wanted those 2 books, and I obviously at this point I'm not willing to fork out over $1,000 for a #1, but I was able to pick up a 19, which is the first Michonne. And I remember back in, oh my God, as recent as 2015, this book was a $400 book. And then it dropped down to $250, and now it's about $175, somewhere around there. And that's about what I paid for this. So I'm happy to have this in the collection. I could have been more patient. I'm sure it's going to drop down to even more than that, less than that. But yeah, I'm okay with that. And so very, very happy to have The Walking Dead #19, first appearance of Michonne. And the last book I'm going to show before the doubles is Hellrider #2. I already own #1, and so I wanted to get the second book. I paid like $14 for this. This is, I think Seaboard Atlas, I think, did this. I can't remember for sure. But this is, I'm going to say this loosely, a prototype for Ghost Rider, the Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider riding the motorcycle. Yeah, happy to have that. And then lastly, I'm going to end up with some doubles here. So all these are for sale and or trade. If anyone's interested, just hit me up. Marvel Point Now. First appearance is at Flashpoint or Flashback or something like that. This is one of the variants. And then the regular cover of it. Marvel 2-in-1. I can't remember why I picked this up. Number 63. Is this the Return of Adam Warlock? I think that's what it was. Punisher War Journal 75. Absolutely love this cover. First female Punisher on the cover. Marvel Divas number 1. J. Scott Campbell cover. Marvel Spotlight number 9. First Mr. E. She-Hulk number 1, first print. I don't know what volume that is. Secret Warriors number 2, a hot book for some reason. First appearance of something, I'm sorry. Marvel Comics Presents number 1. New Avengers 43. Is this the first Queen of the Skrulls? Thor 392, first Quicksand. Spider-Man Chapter 1. Flash number 91, first cameo of Impulse. Adventure Comics 462, for Death of Batman of Earth 2. Sorry, I'm losing my voice here. I apologize. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 1. I got to pause here. I got to take a drink. Really sorry about that. I actually contracted COVID. I got my first shot of the Pfizer, and that a few days earlier, my wife started getting sick, and I had no clue that she could have ever contracted COVID. So she ended up contracting COVID, and I got sick that day. And I called the people and told them about it, and they were nice and understood, and they had already been vaccinated, so it was not a huge thing, and I wore masks religiously, 2 of them. So anyway, I ended up contracting COVID, and it was a lot worse for me. I ended up having to go to the emergency room for a little bit, and but now I'm just feeling some residual effects. It's been well over 3 weeks since this happened, and in fact I've gotten my second shot and all of that, so but it's just, I don't know, I just can't get rid of this congestion in my throat. Here's Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 1. This here book was one I was happy to find. Dazzler number 33, the Michael Jackson Thriller cover. Ultimate Death of Spider-Man 160, still polybagged. Marvel .1, first Sam Alexander. New Avengers, what number is this? 35, the Venomized Wolverine. Once again, these are all for sale and or trade if anyone's interested. New X-Men number 115, I believe it is. Negasonic Teenage Warhead. Daredevil number 2, the J. Scott Campbell cover. X Factor number 6, first Apocalypse. X-Men 149. Oh my god, I can't remember what the heck happened here. I'm sorry. Detective 608, first Anarchy. Marvel Team Up 55. One of the first appearance of one of the gems, Gardner gem, I think. Avengers 71. This is the controversial sex issue, and this is where Whirlwind beats the heck out of that prostitute. Avengers number 9, the Thanos cover. Batman 700. I believe this is an early appearance or tied for the first appearance of Batman Beyond in continuity. I'll always pick these up. Fantastic Four number 15. First, oh my God, Aaliyah Richards, I think. Sorry, losing my voice again. Fantastic Four 54. Another key for her. Fantastic Four 558. First Old Man Logan. First appearance of her or Aisha, number 11. I am so sorry. Supergirl, number 50, the Michael Turner cover. Once again, these are all for sale and or trade. Ghost Rider, Fear Itself, number 1. First appearance of the female Ghost Rider. Hulk, Raging Thunder, first appearance of, The kid between these two, Thundra and Hulk, in a great land cover. What If featuring Planet Hulk, first appearance of Scar. Hulk #2, first appearance of A-Bomb. And then two more. Just JSA 73, the Alex Ross Shazam cover. And the last book here, yes, this is for sale and or trade. I'm just going to go ahead and show it. Batman 881, the great Jock cover. So yeah, or 880, excuse me, Detective 880, the infamous Jock cover. Probably one of 3 or 4 covers, the great covers of the 2000s. You got to put that up there with Power Girl 27. I don't know, that couple of Batgirl books. Catwoman 50, the last issue one. So, but yeah, so very happy. Like I said, the con was fun. It was always nice to see people, and that you haven't seen. This is the first real con that we've had since March of 2019, so over a year. But yeah, let me see. Is that any better? Not really, huh? There we go. Look at that beauty, huh? If you want it, it's yours, guys. But I'm going to be doing another Support a Comic Book Addict sale. And then I'm going to be heading to Florida at the end of June. So I'm hoping to hook up with some people down there. But yeah, this has been Crew just kind of wandering, saying thank you so much for taking this tour with me.